22, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Panthers and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the third overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
A pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Carolina. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Darnold now to throw. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Watson's throw taken in by Ridley here. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brings up second and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Stewart on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's go!
The numbers on the ground for Stewart last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Vegas.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
On first down, it's Stewart. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On second down and 4, Watson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw pulled in by Marshall. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. Good boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And got his man complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for Carolina. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Watson off play action. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. And remember, he had a commitment to the Navy, a graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, Darnold. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for...
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. Moving play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So that challenge, a successful one.
From the 27, Darnold. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing again is Darnold.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Darnold to throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Watson.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame.
And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Harris to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And some room to maneuver. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff, running left, it's Stewart. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting.
Touchdown, Panthers! That's caught. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Watson's throw complete here to Waller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. This is Stewart again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 50, it's Watson. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. It's a big play there for Vegas. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Stewart on second and goal. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point line, Carlson up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just got their assignments down, they were getting sync with their runners, and off they went.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Open man is Anderson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Again, he finds more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Back
Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. Yeah.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Panthers 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On first down, Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And this will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground.
It's Stewart. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and grind some clock. It's Stewart. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stewart, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
The busy night continuing for Stewart. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Personal foul.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Darnold. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Darnold. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Charles, it's